Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of May 6th. This week, we're going to jump right in here, Virgo. And, sorry, I just realized my side camera is off. So let me fix that. You have this odd jobs card. It says, consider creating multiple streams of income. You have the sharing card. It says, giving back and sharing your gifts with others, which I do feel it's a great time for Virgo to share what they've learned over the past several years. And this comes up for you quite a bit in your readings, that you could be sharing, or you could be, kind of displaying the skills that you've learned. And you could be doing that in a different way. You have the Nine of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. Really good energy if you are sharing something. Again, sharing doesn't have to be literally sharing. You could just be using one of your skills in business, or, something you've learned in love. You could be demonstrating it now, or, something in some other area of your life. It's like you could just be using your skills in a different way, and I kind of see that here in this reading. The Nine of Cups is a card of wish fulfillment, but the Nine of Cups is about matching the energy of what you want in life. It's a card of matching the energy of something that you desire, and it's like when you are an energetic match, obviously you can attract things more quickly into your life. And so I do feel like there's an opportunity here for you to really kind of manifest the things that you want and desire in your life. You also have three aces, which is great. All of a sudden, multiple aces have been coming up again in the readings, and aces are amazing cards for new beginnings or having some sort of new beginning in your life. So there could be like a new beginning coming in for you, and it would be something that is very fulfilling. It's kind of funny because, I feel like you're kind of like coming out of a hole. As that's what she said, right, Virgo? But, I kind of feel like you're popping out of, like, it's almost like you're being reborn is how I see this. It's a very weird reading because they're like, you have good cards here, but I'm noticing that, for the most part, except for this guy here, you have all like blue cards, and the blue energy can be like a very, and this one too, but the blue, there's blue on the card, and blue energy is like very like subdued energy, but it's almost like you are popping out into a new world. And, again, you could be kind of almost being reborn here, even though you have no rebirth cards. It's like, that's how I'm seeing it in my head. Although you kind of do. I mean, Ace of Wands is out with the old, in with the new. So it is kind of like a rebirth. You have the Queen of Swords, and Queen of Swords says you see the future clearly. It's like you see the light at the end of the tunnel. And, she's facing this direction. She has her back to the past. So she sees the future clearly for the first time, and I feel like you're getting a lot of clarity on like the direction that you need to move in life. I feel like you're getting a lot of clarity on like what you need to work on as well. You have the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is your emotions overflowing, being very happy, and just kind of being in a good place. I don't really see this as a love reading. Of course, there could always be love that's coming in for you with this energy, but I don't think that's the only thing that is going on here or could be going on here. So I think that there could just, this could just say that your energy is overflowing, or you're getting into a better energetic space, especially with the three aces. The three aces would really represent a very positive new beginning. And, I think that's really what they're pretty much talking about. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Ten of Cups, fortune after difficulty, some sort of blessing coming in for you, and then you go down like this to the Ten of Pentacles, and I lied. You have the Death card. I totally didn't see the Death card, and so you do have a rebirth card right there. But the Ten of Cups to the Ten of Pentacles is very positive. Ten of Pentacles is, everything you want and desire in your life. It's building and leaving a legacy. Ten of Cups is like fortune after difficulty, so, definitely making me lean towards blessings here. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Tower and the Page of Cups wanting to come out. Again, everybody's had the Tower again this week already. So, or multiple signs have, so maybe not every single sign, but pretty close. And it just wouldn't surprise me if there was some sort of global tower moment. But what I would say is that this could be a surprise. Some of you, I feel, could be attracting a Scorpio, by the way. So if you are looking for love, this could be a Scorpio that's entering into your life. You have the Death card right next to these two cards here. And, the Page of Cups. So if you want love, could be a Scorpio. It could also be a surprise that someone is interested in you. Like, you might be interested in a person, like, for once, they're actually interested in you. So it's like, maybe for once, you're actually kind of how I'm seeing this in my head is like, for once, like, someone that you like actually likes you too. And, I don't know, that's kind of funny. So there you go. You could be getting clarity on this as well. I kind of also feel, I'm going to say this, I feel that some of you with this tower, it's like you could meet a person kind of like in a funny way. It's like definitely popping into my head with the tower, but it's like a disaster. Not like a disaster, but, you know, I have like weird stories popping into my head here. Like maybe something happens in your life and, you know, it forces you to make a move or a change. And it's like that change is the thing that's going to bring you like the love of your life or whatever. So again, if you have any big upheavals in your life or any big changes, it could be a good thing. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, you have to do, I feel like Virgo knows they have to do new things to make money, and, you know, over the next, like, I don't know, like 6 years based off your astrology. I would say that you are going to be very focused on finances for sure. And we go to the Ten of Pentacles here, and I think that Virgo knows that they have to kind of like upgrade their skills or make other changes financially, and I think that's kind of what you'll be doing here, Virgo. You have this ending card. It says loss, letting go, over, no, that's it. Death, irrevocable conclusions, afterlife. So there could have been some sort of ending. You have this fortune teller. It says psychic gifts, unexpected news, intuition, external forces. So I feel for some of you that this is about trusting your intuition. Right next to it, you have this card that says Spirit World. It says your spirit guides are sending you helpful people and opportunities. So I feel that your guides are guiding you and you need to tap into your intuition here. You have the Ace of Wands, the Death card, and the Page of Wands. The Ace of Wands is a card of out with the old, in with the new. And so I feel for a lot of you that this could be saying that there's a new beginning that's coming into your life. And so I feel for a lot of you that you could be having just some sort of new beginning. And you have 3 aces in the tower, so definitely a positive new beginning. I kind of feel like this is also encouraging you to do something without hesitation. You know, it's like the tower, sometimes I think we can have a tower moment. Maybe you've already had a tower moment. It's coming up in your past position here. And so you like have already have a tower moment. And this is like saying, don't delay, you know, start now. Maybe you have an opportunity, or again, I like see this like pinprick of light in my head. You know, like I said, it's like you're coming out of a hole here, Virgo. And so I think that you're kind of like, it's almost like you're rebirthing and letting go of past things in your life, but like I would get moving without hesitation. I definitely get that energy off of that card. You have the Death card. I do feel like you could be attracting a water sign or a Scorpio in particular. I also feel that, again, it's funny I said there are no rebirth cards here, and you have the biggest rebirth card right here. So you could definitely be going through some sort of rebirth or some sort of, you know, kind of like death-like change in your life where you are transforming. I definitely feel a lot of you are transforming your finances. And again, I'm cheating a little bit based off the astrology. I think it makes sense that Virgo would be changing their finances over the next several years. You have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is about going on some sort of adventure, being enthusiastic and enthusiastically charging towards something. And so I kind of feel like you are enthusiastically charging towards a new beginning, and I would follow your enthusiasm with that. Whenever I have a reading with Page of Wands and the Fool, to me that says you need to move forward with haste and, you know, do something now, like I said with that Ace of Wands, but also, you know, follow your enthusiasm. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is like charging towards success. So I feel like a lot of you are kind of like charging towards success with the Knight of Swords. I actually feel pretty good about it. With the Death card, you have the King of Swords. If this is talking about love, I feel like you need to talk to someone. These two people, you have the King and Queen of Swords. I do not like the King and Queen of Swords. Like, she's reaching out with her hand, and he's like completely ignoring her. You know, with these two cards. So personally, I am not a big fan of those two cards together. That does not mean that things won't work out with this person. It just means that there's some sort of gap that needs to be crossed, or there's some, you know, someone has to talk to the other person. So maybe this is one of those things where you're like interested in a Scorpio. Clearly, it could be a Scorpio, or it could be an air sign as well. It could be any sign, general reading. It could be a fire sign as well. But if you're interested in a person, I think you need to like open up to this person or something, or you're going to have to kind of cross that gap. It seems to me like this person is maybe very focused on something else. So that's obviously not going to be for all of you. That's only going to be for some of you. I also feel that, you know, the King of Swords is a card of knowledge and wisdom. And again, I think you're expressing your skills differently. With the Page of Wands, you have the Six of Wands, card of victory, success, recognition as well. And so I feel for a lot of you that you're about to get rewards for your hard work, which we see right here. The Page of Wands is going towards the Ten of Pentacles, which really says you're about to get your rewards for what you're doing. And I am just a Butterfingers today, so I don't know what's going on. I can't make my hands work, but you know, I feel that for a lot of you, you could be getting some rewards. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have the Spirit World card. It says your spirit guides are sending you helpful people and opportunities your way. So again, if you're meeting people and things like that, they could be very helpful to your journey. You have the Sun card. It says the sun is shining its light to what's been kept hidden to reveal the truth. We have the Moon and the High Priestess together in this row. Whenever I have the Moon and the High Priestess, to me that is definitely secrets, right? Some sort of secret or something that's kind of like hidden in the shadows or hidden behind a tapestry. And I feel for a lot of you that something could be being revealed here. That's what's coming towards you. And I feel that it has to do with your 10 of Pentacles, you know, the things that will make you happiest in life if you work towards it. And so I feel for a lot of you that you're working towards something here. You have the Moon. The Moon is a card of fears, fantasies, illusions. The Moon doesn't say stop, though. The Moon says keep going. So as I always say, we have to like keep moving forward towards those mountains in the background on the Moon card. And if we do that, then those mountains, they can represent an obstacle. But guess what? You have the Ace of Swords right next to it. The Ace of Swords is above the mountains. So it literally says that you will be able to overcome any obstacles that are in your way. And the Ace of Swords, you know, really kind of represents the fact that in life, we will always have obstacles that we need to deal with and overcome, but we will always be able to overcome them if we put in the work to do so, right? So I think for a lot of you, this is saying that you will easily be able to overcome things. You have the High Priestess. I think that Virgos are very, you know, can be very intuitive, so I think you need to trust your intuition for sure. You have this, you have that Spirit Guide card here. You had something else in here as well, didn't you? Maybe not, but I think you need to like trust your intuition with this energy. And I mean, you do have the Moon, which is also intuition. But the High Priestess is kind of like a card of secrets. She's also the card of unlimited potential. She basically has no roof over her head. And the no roof over her head says that you can accomplish whatever you set your mind to and more, but you have to just put in the work, right? And you also have to, the whole point about her is that she represents mysteries, but she basically says, don't let mysteries or secrets be a mystery or a secret. You can do your research and get answers, right? So squeaky wheel gets the grease with the High Priestess. If we do our research on something that we don't know, if we learn about it, then we can be successful with whatever that is. And that's what I would do here. You have the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles, again, is everything you want and desire in your life. So I feel for a lot of you that you are kind of either attracting or getting everything you want and desire. You're working towards it. Again, I don't think we ever totally have everything we want. Of course not. That's not the point of life. But I feel that, you know, working towards it is always a worthy goal. I think it's a good idea to try to make your life the best you possibly can. And, you know, I feel like that's what you are doing here with the Ten of Pentacles. Maybe you're focusing more on doing things that make your life better. So love it. Let's see. With the Moon, you have the Queen of Pentacles. It could also be a Capricorn that you're attracting. I mean, I consider Virgo and Capricorn a perfect match. So definitely, I don't even believe in sun sign compatibility, but I feel like Virgo and Capricorn's a good match. So again, could be love. I also feel that you are improving your finances here. I think that you should look into mysteries about your finances. Like again, if there's something you don't know about your finances or how to make more money, learning about it will help you make more money, right? With the High Priestess, you have the Lovers. Yeah, there's clearly like a weird, funny little weird love situation going on here. And yeah, I would just go for it. I kind of feel like the High Priestess is saying there's a lot of potential here, but it's like someone needs to speak up, you know, with these cards, especially, I would say, especially if this person is either an air sign, a fire sign, or a Scorpio, that you are interested in, or a Capricorn. So I just listed all 12 signs, but whatever, right? You know, I think that someone has to speak up here. There's a lot of potential. I also feel like the High Priestess is saying, like, you can't know the future, you know, about a person. So it's like maybe you have your eye on a person, but you're like, you know, what if this person does this? What if this person does that? And I always tell people, it's like, well, you know, if you trust the evidence, you really have nothing to worry about. It's like how a person does one thing is how they do everything. I truly believe that, right? And someone always leaves me some crazy ass example of their cousin who it's like they're super lazy, but they're actually very successful. Great. 1 in a freaking million. I'm broadcasting here to a broad audience, right? People give terrible freaking advice in the comments. It drives me crazy because it's like, no, you are responsible for convincing people to get into a crappy relationship with a dude who's like, you know, got a good personality but cheats like 19 times, right? So what I would say here is how a person does one thing is how they do everything. Don't care about your crazy example, right? And what I would say here is that if you're worried about trusting it, look at the person's life. Is their life a freaking mess? Is their house a freaking disaster? Then guess what? Your relationship is going to be a disaster. Plain and simple, right? With the Ten of Pentacles, I just solved all the problems of the world with love, right there, right? With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is a card of wish fulfillment and getting everything you want. So I think you need to make sure that you are in alignment. If you date a messy person, right, then your life is going to be messy, plain and simple. So I would pay attention to that, right? If you're a messy person, not calling you out, but sometimes we have to get things in order to make our life better, right? So, what I would say here is that I feel like this is more about you being in alignment with what you want and looking at where you aren't in alignment and say like, if my house is a mess, right? For example, it's like, and maybe you're not making money. That could be the reason why. You never know. Sometimes cleaning it up and, getting things in order can improve your finances or whatever. But the Nine of Cups is all about being in perfect alignment with exactly what you desire. And if you do that, you will find success. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this great big love card. You have the Seeing Beyond card. Definitely could be love coming in for you. I feel like and I do feel with the Seeing Beyond card that, again, this person could require you to maybe you have to do a little bit of trusting your intuition, to be with this person or with this person. Maybe you're not exactly sure, but maybe your intuition is telling you it's right, but maybe you're also not sure. Maybe you're also doubting yourself. So I would kind of again, trust the evidence, trust your intuition. I think you're being guided towards something. This could also be in your finances as well. You have the Ace of Swords, the Fool, and the Two of Swords. The Ace of Swords is, of course, a victory or a big success coming in for you. So I do feel like there could be a victory or just a big success coming in for you here with the Ace of Swords. You have the Fool, and the Fool is a card of taking a leap of faith and taking a leap towards something that you want and desire in your life. And so I feel for a lot of you that this is saying it's time for you to, without hesitation, take that leap of faith. We said that with that Ace of Wands. For whatever reason, I was getting that it's almost like, there's going to be a moment of time that is opening up for you. This is how I see this reading in my head, as crazy as it sounds. It's like there's a moment of time opening up. It's like you need to cross through the portal of this moment in time so that you can get away from this tower, right? And I don't even think, it's not like some sort of big dramatic, as I always say, I don't do Kim Kardashian tarot, right? I don't care about drama. I don't think our lives are that dramatic. I don't think, anyone cares about us to, do things behind our back or anything like that, like any of those Kim Kardashian readings. But what I would say here is that, again, I think there's this moment in time that is going to allow you to close out cycles and have a completely fresh start. And I think you need that here, Virgo. You have the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is this or that thinking, but there's a new option behind her here. But I kind of feel pretty good about the Two of Swords. Again, it's coming up in the area of the good stuff. So it is going to be good no matter what. But I feel like that Two of Swords is almost saying that you are making a choice or a decision at this time that maybe you've been thinking about. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Four of Swords. Yeah, it's like you're healing, resting, relaxing, recovering, things like that here. With the Fool, you have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is kind of the wounded warrior. Again, I do feel like you have some boundaries up. I would never tell anyone to not have boundaries in relationships, of course, but I do feel maybe that's part of the issue here with a new person. If you're interested in a new person, it's like you're going to have to let your guard down a little bit. And of course, that could make you a little bit nervous based off of past experience. But again, I really feel like you won't be hurt if you look at the person's life. If you meet a new person, look at their life. Is it, are they who they say they are? People show us exactly who they are up front. I don't care what anyone says. It's every relationship I've been in, the person has pretty much told me exactly up front, right away, day one, exactly what they were going to do to me, right? And I chose not to listen. We all do this, right? And so you don't need Matthew Hussey or any of these love doctors out there, right, that are trying to sell you something, right? I'm telling you this for free. This is the only love advice you need. You need to pay attention to what the person is saying and their actions, and how they live their life. Plain and simple. If you pay attention, you won't make a mistake. And here's the other thing as well. I don't regret dating any of those people that did exactly what they said they did, right? We are here to have experiences, so I don't think we should be avoiding experiences just based off of something someone says. But what I do think is if you start something with a person, they say something weird, you should probably pay attention to it and then, keep dating the person. And if they don't change or if they keep doing weird stuff, then obviously leave sooner. We need to be better breaker-uppers. I always say this. We need to leave things faster and, hire slow, fire fast, as they say, right? With the Two of Swords, you have the Star card. Yeah, definitely wish fulfillment coming in for you here. Nine of Cups twice and the Star. And also, I love readings that have the Tower to the Star because that would suggest that you are healing from a Tower moment. That's exactly what we want is if we have the Tower, we want to also have the Star coming up in the reading. So let's see. You have this acquisition card. Yeah, this is a card of my fancy couple card. So again, I feel like you could be attracting like a really good person here. Definitely, it could be an earth sign as well. It could be any sign. I mean, I've listed like all 12, but this is Sun and Taurus. So, it could be love coming in for you. Avoid the drama. How funny is that? I knew that there was something about drama in this reading. I can just feel it oozing out of this reading. I would avoid the drama at all cost, and I would just pay attention to the facts, straight facts, right? Next, you have this organization card. I mean, you're a Virgo. You probably have everything in your house perfectly lined up. You probably put the spoons with the spoons, the forks with the forks. You probably line your plates up perfectly. I just throw all the shit into the dishwasher and run it. My brother's a Virgo rising, drives him absolutely batshit insane. So I don't know, but it works for me. I have a system, Virgo. Like, I know you Virgos have systems, like, you line things up, but whatever, right? So you're probably pretty organized, rant over. You have this inspiration card. I think you are here to be, I think we're all here to be inspirations right now. Pluto and Aquarius, I think the best, most spiritual thing that every single person on earth can do is do something hard that will inspire other people. And it doesn't even have to be that big of a deal. It can only be one person as well. But as long as you do that, you are doing what you're supposed to be doing. So, it's like maybe no one in your family has gone to college before and you go to college. Or maybe you're like the first millionaire. Or maybe you're the first person to start a business. Or maybe you're the first person who doesn't go into the family business and does something else, right? It doesn't matter what you're doing, but I would just do something and you will be rewarded. You have this revenge card. I would be careful of other people. Again, I would like avoid exes and things like that. But this is a very interesting reading. I like it. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.